Alright guys, last review for the day is the original Marvel Legends Loki figure. I already talked about the new release movie comic version, so I figured it would be a good idea to talk about the one that they came out with all those years ago. It is a decent figure. Please excuse that I have my sword bent. That is from being in storage. As you can see though, it is really nice. It's got these nice glyphs going along the blade. And it's nicely painted, nice detail, really cool looking sword. Also, his horns are bent out of shape. They're supposed to be more like that, but like I said, it was in a baggie in storage, so it's not quite. I need to get some hot water out, let's put it that way. Anyway, it is a really cool figure, lots of detail throughout. The sculpting on the cape is great, nice wave to it. It's kind of torn along this corner, it's supposed to be like that. It's got texture throughout, no paint other than the brown color that it is, so it could have used some shading there, but that's really the only downside to this whole figure. There's almost no shading on any of the textured areas, but it's still pretty good. The cape does come off, if I can get it off. As you can see, mine is broken. The one peg broke off into his back, but it still works. It just pegs into these two pegs on his back there, so you can take the cape off if you want to. Really cool looking figure. He's got these shoulder pads and this top part of his shirt, which are kind of soft. They don't get in the they do get in the way of the articulation, but not as much as if they were hard. They can still bend and give a little bit. Underneath it though, he does have the ball jointed shoulder that you would expect, rotation and all that, double jointed elbow, wrist rotation, plus a pivot, ab crunch, waist twist, standard ball jointed hips with the thigh rotation, double jointed knee, shin rotation, ankle pivot, ankle rocker, and a toe joint. So he's got tons of articulation, even though the shoulders are somewhat restricted. The head has the pivot in there, and it's obviously on a little ball so it can move, but due to this thing, it's really kind of hindered there, unfortunately. The sculpt is great, like I said. There's detail all over the place. His face is sculpted nicely. The only problem is the paint could be better. Could be a lot better in my opinion. It's not terrible, but like I said, around these parts there's no shading. There's lots of yellow on the metal, and there's no shading at all on the green or the belt. There's no paint. Just things like that. Would have been a lot nicer to have some more paint on him. In terms of articulation though, he's really good. No complaints. And he's still a good figure. You have a sword, as long as it's not all warped out of shape like mine. Looks really nice while he's holding it. Nice figure overall. Good shield, cape. Looks really nice on the figure. Makes him look really imposing and evil, kind of the way he should look. It is a little tricky to get in there, but it does go on, and looks really good. So there you have it. That's the first release of the Marvel Legends Loki. There is another version with short horns and a couple other details that are different, but in my opinion that doesn't look good at all. So this is the one to get. If you're not going to get the comic version, either one, this one or that, will be satisfactory, I think, in your collection. So thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for more reviews and more custom figures, and in the meantime, keep collecting.